I'm going to start today on the rear rotors. I'm just gonna pop them on along with the rear brake lines. And I did get a pair of stock brake pads for the stock rear calipers. The hydro is connected to its own brake caliper, which are the Willwood ones. That's going to be attached to the hydro. Those I have pads for already. So today I'm going to be installing the rear brake line and the rear rotors and just test fitting them. I do need to complete the rear hydro line assembly and just connect all the fittings. I was waiting for the axle. I still need one piece of the axle to go in for the half shafts to be able to connect these. That's what I was really waiting for, but I guess I'll just do these for now. Alright, so these are also from GK Tech. These are the brackets that I'm going to be running for the rear calipers that are going to be attached. So it'll be something like this, and then the brake lines will go to the back. Pads right here for the rear. So yep, they're small, but this is all you really need. Alright, so I was test fitting this bracket, which is gonna go like this. Right, everything seems to be good, but there's one little piece that's kind of bothering me, and or two things that are bothering me. One of them is right here. So these little numbers right here are kind of interfering with the back of the bracket a little bit. Also, the back of this stud is kind of touching right here as well. So when this is on, this back of the nut is touching here. So it's probably okay, but I'm a bit anal, so I'm probably just gonna get my grinder and just kind of sand this down a little bit here and a little bit here as well. So this is the bracket right here. I'm trying to get it to go in there smoothly. Basically, it's gonna look like that, and then this stock one is gonna be here. Oh my, that looks good. Now these are meant to go. They're meant to work with the standard rotor. The only thing that sucks about this setup is that I can't get dual like a vented rotor, which would be ideal because this is solid, and then the solid one, you know, tends to get a little hotter. I do plan on taking this car from time to time. There's a big scratch there. I do plan on taking this car to different track events and do some grip racing with this. So ideally I would want a slightly bigger rotor, but also not solid like this, and get it vented so that the rotors and the brakes can cool down much faster. So it doesn't really matter how big your brakes are, or you could have the greatest pads. If you don't have a way to cool down the rotor as fast as possible, then it'll cause brake fade. But basically that's how it's gonna look. Looks good, I like it. I ordered the brake line nipple because I had to cut the old one off, which I cut it here. So I'm just gonna sand it down real quick, put the new one in, and then flare it so that I can run the new brake lines that I got from GK Tech. So let's get started. tighten this up a little bit better. So finished installing the brake line, which I'm happy about. It's all nice and tight. So it's done. And then basically what I do is once I loosen or tighten bolts, once they're tightened, I always do a white mark, and that lets me know that it's been tightened already. There you go, and now it's threaded. It looks really good actually, the threads. Really, really clean. There you go. All right. So, if you're running aftermarket knuckles, this is probably what you're gonna have to do if you plan on running these big boys. Fortunately, I had to cut right here into my knuckle. Not much. Still, you know, still intact. It's not gonna break or anything like that. But you need to, because you have to get this lump right here over. And so this one and this one is going obviously to the knuckle, and so this top bolt right here is attaching to the top part of the caliper, and then this one needs to be threaded so that this can hold on to the bracket, to the knuckle, from bracket to knuckle. And then this bottom portion is what's going to be going to the bottom side of the caliper because it's so spaced out. Just testing it for now. So it goes through, everything nice and straight, and there's like a little bit clearance there, which is good. I didn't want to cut too much. All right, the last thing I have to do to finish the brake kit is get 2 more washers for the bolts that go through and actually hold the caliper. So I got 1 on each side in the front, and I want to have 2 on each side. I don't know, maybe the kit's missing 2 more, but I had 6 total. Well, 8 total actually. So I'm gonna get 2 more, and then after that, go grab something to eat and end the night. So let's go. Nope, nope. M8s, I think this is it. I mean, I don't need the whole bag, but. So this one is mine, which is a M12, and they're about the same thickness, which is like 2.3 millimeters. The only difference is it's just slightly a little bit bigger. I can't find this exact one, and since I'm anal, I'm just gonna get 4 of these. So 2 on each caliper, and then I'm done. And that's it. Boom. All right, now that I'm done with the car, it's time to go to my favorite place to eat. Sukiya. Love this place. It's one of my favorite places to eat. Probably gonna get my usual. I'm gonna go with mega. A little extra onion. They used to have mashed potatoes, they don't have it anymore. I think that's about it.
ご注文ありがとうございます。
Boom. Boom. Look at that. Oh, that's a complete meal right there. Perfect day. A perfect meal. Put a little hot sauce on that. See ya. All right. Got the caliper in there. Man, it looks good. Check that out. On the camera it looks small, but trust me, this thing is huge. Boom, there goes the other side. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. These parts are beautiful. Everything fits really well. Got the pads on there, but I didn't really, sample everything. I just wanted to just test fit everything, making sure that the bracket in there lines up just fine, and I don't have to make any further adjustments or modifications or anything like that to make it work. Originally these bleeders were on top, and I just had to flip them over and put them at the bottom. Of course, you want the feeding port to be on top. Bleed each side when the time comes. But yeah, so this is done. The front rotors are done, the rear is done, and I really like that the calipers color kind of goes with my scheme, which same color here, and also in the rear end. It's a Nissan diamond color, so that's pretty cool.